getting some breaking news coming in right now from Kosciuszko County. A judge just put a temporary stop on a trial for Sheriff Aaron Rovenstine. This as his trial on bribery and intimidation charges was just beginning. Let's get right to WSBT 22's Suzanne Spencer, who is in Kosciuszko County. Suzanne, this really comes as a big surprise.
Bob, especially to the prosecution. The special judge in this called this a procedural defect, and now the defense has 30 days to file the necessary paperwork to make all of this go ahead. But keep in mind, it's been almost a year since a grand jury brought down this indictment against Sheriff Aaron Rovenstine, and almost 2 years since all of this investigation started. Rovenstine made a quick exit after the proceedings today, and so did jurors called in this case. The crux of this trial has always been, did the sheriff agree to accept $30,000 and give an inmate special privileges in exchange? The courtroom, though, was packed today with Rovenstine supporters and also Indiana State Police who were called in to investigate this. There were people from Rovenstine's family as well as someone from his church who came to support him, and also a Warsaw police officer. Remember that this investigation also centers around allegations that Rovenstine threatened a Warsaw police officer. The prosecution said it's just a matter of time before they're back in court.
Judge Roberts' comments at the end of the hearing in that there might be a procedural defect, but that procedural defect, number one, is not fatal to the evidence of the case, and number two, is only just going to be a matter of timing of when this case gets tried.
The mood certainly shifted when the judge did decide to continue this trial. A lot of people came to support, thinking that this trial may take a number of days, if not weeks, with the sheer amount of evidence that they're all going to be looking at. Although throughout today, really not much reaction from the sheriff. We saw him mingling with different people in the court during some of the breaks that we had in court. When asked after all of this was over, his defense team, they did not have a comment at this point.
Now, Suzanne, it really makes you wonder, a central part of this whole trial was the jury pool. What happens with the jury?
Right. You know, that's a key question. They called more jurors than normal in this case, and we knew that because if you remember a couple months back, they called what's known as a test jury. Kind of rare, but the Elkhart County judge, the special judge in this case, said he wanted to try to find an unbiased group of people in Kosciuszko County to see if that was possible so that he could see if he could have the trial here. And based on how that process went, they called almost three times the amount of jurors that are called in a typical case. And from that process, they determined that they could find an unbiased group of people from Kosciuszko County. So as far as we know, this trial, of course, will continue on in Kosciuszko County, but it's more of some things on the procedural side that just need to be worked out.